Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving into something that really affects so many of us the fear of speaking.
I know, right? Whether it's in meetings, presentations, or even just casual chats, that feeling of dread, uh, of speaking up, it's so common.
Exactly. And the interesting part is that even those who seem super confident on the outside often battle these fears internally.
Yep, for sure. And it's almost like, the fear isn't about not having ideas, it's about the fear of judgment, being misunderstood, laughed at, or seen as less capable.
Right. It's like our past experiences, maybe a school moment or a stutter during a presentation, get etched in our memory, and our mind just says, let's not do this again.
hmm And that indeed can shape our whole way of approaching speaking situations, be it professional or personal. I mean, have you noticed how it, you know, limits people's potential at work and in life?
Absolutely. Professionally, avoiding speaking can really freeze you out from opportunities, like not sharing ideas or not stepping up in leadership roles.
Right, right. And then, on the personal side, it might stop someone from expressing their feelings or setting boundaries, which can totally hurt relationships.
Yeah, it's a double edged sword. When you don't speak up, people might assume you have nothing to contribute even though you do.
Definitely. So it's crucial to understand that speaking confidence isn't something you're just born with. It's a skill that you can train and improve.
Exactly. It starts with a mindset shift. Instead of thinking, I'm bad at speaking, you tell yourself, I'm practicing and I'm getting better each time.
Yep, that's such a powerful idea. It's like your brain starts buying into that positive narrative. But what about the nitty-gritty? Like, some really actionable steps?
Well, let's start small. It's not about jumping on stage immediately or giving a massive, flawless speech. It's more about those low pressure scenarios, speaking up in a small meeting, or even just
hmm
asking a question in a group.
I see. So it's really about building up your confidence through small wins, right? But sometimes I wonder, is that really enough to overcome deep-seated fear?
That's a good point. There's also the practical aspect of um, practicing out loud every day. It might sound silly, but talking to yourself, describing your day, or even rehearsing a conversation can uh, make a big difference.
Yep. And recording yourself is another neat tactic. You get to listen back and notice things like tone, pace, and clarity. I've tried that, and it really helped me figure out where I can improve.
Right. And it's interesting. When you record yourself, you start to notice that those mistakes aren't as disastrous as you imagine. It's like they're just part of the process.
Yeah, exactly. There's something so human about that, really. What about physical symptoms, like a racing heartbeat or a shaky voice? How should one deal with those?
Well, the trick is not to fight them, accept that a fast heartbeat or dry mouth is normal. Instead, take a deep breath, slow down your pace, and use pauses to your advantage.
hmm That makes a lot of sense. It's like rather than aiming for a robot perfect speech, you focus on clarity and authenticity. But I've always wondered, what's your take on preparing too much? Sometimes I think over preparation adds extra pressure.
I totally get that concern. Over preparation, like memorizing every single word, can actually backfire. It can increase anxiety because if you miss a word, you might feel like you failed.
Right. So the idea is to prepare key points instead, which gives you structure without feeling trapped.
Exactly. Having a strong outline, your opening, the main ideas, and a closing gives you just enough flexibility to be natural and handle any detours during your talk.
hmm And that ties in with the importance of body language, doesn't it? How we carry ourselves can really affect our internal state.
Absolutely. Standing or sitting up straight, keeping your shoulders relaxed, and maintaining gentle eye contact can actually send signals to your brain that you're confident, which in turn lessens anxiety.
Yes, indeed. I love that idea. Our body talking to our brain like a little pep talk. But sometimes I do wonder if our brains might, you know, still sabotage our efforts, even with a confident posture.
Sure, there can be moments when self-doubt creeps in, but repeated exposure to speaking situations slowly helps rewire that response. The more you face your fear, the less overwhelming it becomes.
Yep. It's sort of like building immunity. The more you expose yourself to those small moments of nervousness, the more resilient you get.
Exactly. Each time you speak up, you're training your brain to associate speaking with um, manageable and even positive outcomes.
hmm Now, here's something I want to challenge. A lot of advice says, keep practicing until you're perfect. But isn't it more realistic to aim for clarity and authenticity rather than perfection?
Absolutely, and I'm glad you brought that up. Perfection is unrealistic and, frankly, can be paralyzing. Authenticity, being clear and connecting with your audience, is so much more effective. It's like um, embracing your imperfections and letting them be a part of your genuine self.
Yeah, exactly. That really shifts the focus from a fear of failure to a celebration of growth. And it acknowledges that every mistake is just another step toward progress.
Precisely. And um, this approach applies not just in professional settings, but in personal interactions too. Expressing yourself, setting boundaries, or even just sharing a feeling can become easier with time and practice.
It truly sounds like the key is to start small, celebrate those wins, and then gradually take on bigger challenges.
Yes, every little success builds up your confidence. And remember, the fear of speaking isn't a sign of weakness, it shows you care.
Right, caring is strength. I love that perspective. It's comforting to know that feeling nervous means you're engaged and um, invested in what you're saying.
Exactly. And it means you're human. Just think of it like learning to ride a bike. The first few tries might be wobbly, but with each attempt, you gain more balance and confidence.
Yeah, great analogy. And as you continue to practice and expose yourself to various speaking scenarios, even that nervous heartbeat and shaky voice can, become signals that you're alive and growing.
Absolutely. So if you're struggling with the fear of speaking, take one small step today. Speak up once. Share one thought. Because your voice really does deserve to be heard.
Yep, definitely. And that's what it's all about. Growing through small, confident actions. Thanks for this invigorating chat. And remember, speak up and stay brave.
That's a wrap for today. Keep practicing, keep challenging yourself, and never stop growing. See you next time.